And the final rung in that value add conversation is probably building your own brands.
Absolutely. Oh, I'm so glad you said it. I think that's a very, very important part, because brands actually, when you look at that's where the maximum value comes from.
Like Germany's done it very well.
Yes, intellectual property, right? Gives you, you get the rewards from intellectual property. If you look at, for instance, and there's something as a finance scholar, I look at, if you look at, let's say, what is called the market to book ratio of a company, right? If you look at take a company like, let's say, Google or, Apple or any of these companies, right? Their physical assets are not that many. Their market value compared to the book value on the balance sheet is, much higher. Where is that coming from? That is coming from the brand that they've built. And that is the last step. You absolutely got it right. That having first, learned to run, having first learned to walk, then learn to run. The branding part is a sprinting part, where you can sprint and start winning the sprint races as well.
Realistically, are we 10 years away from that? Where we'll see a huge number of brands, international brands come out of India and then actually help the Indian GDP?
So, generally, so making a prediction about the future is very hazardous. But, with that caveat, I would say 10 years is a very reasonable frame. If you're able to, if 10 years later, Indian brands are known in the advanced economies, then I'd be very glad. For instance, today here, in India, everybody knows, Samsung, everybody knows, let's say, Hitachi, it's a company like, if similarly, let's say, maybe an Indian brand is known in, I'm not taking examples just so that, people don't perceive me to be biased to one or the other. Just any brand, any Indian brand, actually, as long as it is an Indian brand that actually can go and become big in the world, great for India.
Beer bicep steel.
Why not? Beer steel.
Yeah. Why not?
Or bicep steel.
Why not?
As strong as your biceps.
Why not? See, I'll be
I'll
very...
give you a tagline for the ad as well when you create, a bicep steel as strong as Ranveer's biceps. Steel, that is that.
I'm always in for the beer biceps validation. That's all I'll say. But I'll be very raw here with you, sir. Breaking away from this economics conversation.